Hey, welcome to Talk About Topeka Live here at the Topeka Performing Arts Center. We're here with Justin Brokar from the Helping Hands Humane Society on our Featured Creatures segment, and this is brought to you by everythingtopeka.com. I'm your host, Chris Schultz, as we delve into the world of featured creatures at the Helping Hands Humane Society. How you doing, Justin?
I'm good. How are you,
thank
Chris?
you for being. I'm doing great. I want to talk to you a little bit. We talked last time about folks who are fosters for the animals there. Right. Now I want to talk more about some volunteer opportunities that you guys have going on.
Sure.
Just daily volunteers. The organization functions because people get involved to make it that way, right?
Absolutely. We've been around for 127 years in Topeka, and when we started out, it was all volunteers. So volunteers were going out and picking up the animals themselves. Volunteers were housing the animals at their house themselves, and we couldn't exist without volunteers. It takes almost $2 million a year to operate Helping Hands Humane Society, caring for those 6,000 animals a year. And we have about 35 employees on staff, and we all wear multiple hats. So those volunteers are really helpful, and we couldn't do it without them.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, and let's talk a little bit about some of the different jobs that people are sitting there watching, saying, "I could do something. I have some time. I got a little time. Now I want to spend it over there." So what would they be doing?
Yeah, so you can come in and just help us take care of the animals. Cleaning up the kennels doesn't sound like a lot of fun, but it has to be done, and we want them to be comfortable and in clean, healthy conditions. So you can help with just keeping the kennels clean. You can take the dogs out into the play yard. We have a route throughout the neighborhood that you can actually get the dogs out of the shelter and get some exercise. And we have incredible volunteers who are there at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning every morning to get those dogs out and walk them before it gets too hot. We have pools in the play yard. You can take the dogs out in the afternoon. They can splash around in the water. If you're just a cat person, you can go in and socialize with the cats, petting the cats and holding them. It's really important for the enrichment aspect, just like the zoo talks about having enrichment for the zoo animals. We try to come up with these enrichment programs for the shelter animals for the same reasons, because they become stressed and depressed. They're used to being in a home and having free roam in the house, and all of a sudden they're picked up wandering on the streets, and they have to go into this kennel, and it's no fun. But our volunteers do a tremendous job of making sure their mental health and their physical health is taken care of, and they just make such a huge impact with the animals we have in our shelter.
And I think the animals probably make a huge impact with them too, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a big thing. That's the return for it.
Oh, yeah.
You get to play with all these animals, and you can still go home and have your animals there.
Yeah.
And you get to keep spreading the love.
Oh, yeah. And if you're thinking about adopting an animal and you're volunteering, you really learn their personality and get to connect with that animal, and sometimes our volunteers end up taking them home.
Absolutely. And let's talk a little bit about the staff that's there.
Sure.
And talk maybe through the process. You're thinking about getting a new pet, and you show up. As many people, I think they drive by like, "Hey, let's go on in and check it out." So what's the process walking in the front door from the time that someone might be walking out with an animal?
Sure. It's a pretty simple process. When you come in, you can look around at the animals. If you see something you're interested in, there's a profile you fill out. It's just basic information, front and back, so we can kind of get a feel of what your home situation's like, if there's any other pets, other family members in the home, what kind of pet you're looking for. And then our adoption counselors will put you in a get acquainted room so you can interact with the dog or the cat like you've done before.
Yep.
And then if you get along and everything goes well, you can take that pet home that day. They're spayed and neutered, up to date on their vaccinations, microchipped, rabies vaccination, and they're good to go.
It's an incredible thing when you walk in there and you just see the pet that is yours.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, there's a switch that clicks. Like, people just know right off the bat, right?
Yeah. You make eye contact with that sad little puppy in the kennel, and you just know automatically if
clicks.
That's the one for you or not.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, I certainly thank you all for what you do for the pets here, and spreading the love, around.
Well, thank you for helping us spread that message.
Absolutely. We're glad to do it. Absolutely. Anytime. So check them out, folks. The Helping Hands Humane Society. You want to go to their website, hhhstopeka.com. topeka.org, or find their Facebook page and like that as well. They're over at 5720 Southwest 21st Street. And on your website, you actually can look through some of the animals as well and look and see
absolutely. See what we have. And a lot of times we don't get those uploaded to the website before they get adopted. So just stop in and see what we have, and let us know if you're looking for anything. We're always happy to help find the right fit for your home.
Absolutely. Very good. Well, that's Justin Brokar from the Helping Hands Humane Society. And this section was brought to you by EverythingTopeka.com. It's the home of the Topeka newsletter, and it maintains the most comprehensive list of ways to enjoy our community. That's on EverythingTopeka.com. Thank you so much for joining us, Justin.
Thank you, Chris.
You bet. Best of luck. And I can't go by there as often as I like because I end up leaving with... Yeah, so we'll just have you here. There you go. They're cool.
People over to us.
Okay, good. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Chris.